Woo! We're back! I managed to get him back on the channel.
I found out that I kind of do really enjoy the cinematics of their music videos and stuff, so...
He edited Jimin's like crazy, and then he came to my office and he was just like, am I gonna react to this one as well? And I was like, no, it wasn't planned for you to break it down. He was like, but there's so much cool stuff in it.
There's some really cool like cinematic like things.
But anyway, so we're not reacting to that. I thought in the meantime, let me pick a couple of music videos that I know have a lot of great effects and so on in them, and then he can react to those instead. And maybe we can make him into an army yet. So I chose arguably the best BTS music video, Blood, Sweat and Tears. And we will see what he thinks and he can break it down for us. I've seen it before, but I will probably hyperventilate while watching it anyways, because it is what it is.
Let's go.
You're the star of the show here. I'm very excited about this. Wait. I mean, I know the song, but I still want the captions on. You don't really need to look at the captions if you don't want to, just watch. I mean, I know what it's about, so I can brief you after. They're possibly at their most beautiful, all of them as a group in this. And light-haired Jin.
Very good versus evil, I assume that's what it's about.
Ah! Just look at them. Makes me sad. God. Jimin in this? Illegal. JK in this, also illegal. Chocolate wings. That JK is illegal. They should never be allowed to touch their belts or lick their fingers. Oh, grab their crotches. Shoulder always comes out. He also for years pretended that it was an accident, and I think this is the era where he decided to stop saying that. Because he made it too obvious. I'm gonna pause and rant for a second. Plus it's a lovely visual at the moment. How is it? And I know most armies go through this at some point or another. I'm sorry, we're gonna totally like go off topic here. We all, most of us have a bias, right? And it's JK for me, I've said it multiple times. And then there's videos like this and live performances and whatever where I start questioning everything. And then I don't know who to pick anymore. So maybe I'm just OT7, I don't know. First time I watched this, I was like, what is happening? This is the moment where every army decided to Google how to become a statue. We're not crazy.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
JK on the bed? Not okay with it. Also not okay with how beautiful he is.
Okay. I suppose it's probably your typical good versus evil kind of a story, but also something about But I suppose the title, Blood, Sweat and Tears, is also hard work. Like this passage is obviously there's like dark doors and light doors, so there's
So there's a lot in this about
find
framing.
your evil path or your good side, or heaven and hell.
Everybody's paired.
See that?
No, let it play out for a little bit
I was
longer.
looking at that. Did you ask me here or what?
Wait a minute, I'm the leader. I'm the one that says when we go. Here we go.
Because that looks like Dante's Inferno.
So it's the fall of Lucifer, yes.
Good versus evil,
Yes.
which is explained by the angels as well. But the whole set design is very cool. Like, I mean, I doubt that it's all real marble unless they have
No, so it is,
a place.
they built the set as far as I know, so it is probably all fake. This is the frame I love.
Yes.
Because they're physically showing you
The story, yeah.
you have the fall of the angels. I don't know if it's fall of Lucifer, if it's just the battle of the angels, but whatever. It is part of that storyline. Where some of the angels rebelled against heaven and so on, and then you have the dark door and the light door, obviously, and Jin in the middle. Jin is the only one who's the odd one out, which he usually is in their music videos. So he's considered the visual guy, so he's always, if there's a storyline, he's kind of the odd one out in the storyline that the story focuses on.
And it's obviously all very like church and monolithic, which is quite cool. And then that like rapid change to that blue is very cool.
Like nearly nighttime-y shot.
It is a very cool like set. That ceiling alone is flipping cool. With those like lattices that like put that light in is very cool.
It's a very diffuse light, it's very beautiful, and coming from the back as well.
Well, I assume they have the ceiling and then they have big lights banging in from the top.
Yeah, so there's a passing storyline. If you'll notice that JK, I'm not going to reverse back out, there he is again, thank God. One, he's on a swing, childish. He's plucking a lollipop, childish. The lollipop is a reoccurring, so most of they like to work around childhood and the stress of growing up and like the difficulties that kids of this generation have to grow up and so on. So, and the lollipop is pretty much always the representative of when you're still kind of a child.
I mean, I suppose all those sets are kind of, they almost look like old kids' rooms. And then
Yeah.
the colors was interesting, I
There's also
thought.
so much to find.
Yeah, like
I'm
little
sure,
details and
little
stuff.
details and so on. So I think the main thing to take
And that
from the
bright,
few,
bright light behind is very heaven.
so storyline wise, we had a few shots now. The first one with Sugar, the one with the outfit that you liked, with green smoke surrounding him, and RM had green in his drink, and you'll see it kind of gets carried out where it's basically the green is kind of the poison that pushes them into. It's not really evil. It is, but it isn't. It's basically the loss of innocence is more it. So it, again, relating to childhood and adulthood and like taking the steps forward.
It's visually a very beautiful shot.
And the fact that they only reveal, and there's green dripping onto JK's finger, which he will then lick, and then he's paired with RM the entire time because he's basically gone to the dark side.
This scene I thought was very interesting because that's almost like you're diving into hell. That everything goes red and this cool watercolor background is very interesting.
The background is amazing. And one thing to remember with BTS, I would say probably 95% of the stuff, if they can do it practically, they will. Like if you see explosions, odds are there was an explosion. If there's fire, odds are there was fire in that room at that point. And we have the behind the scenes to be able to prove it.
Like this was very cool as well.
Like that was shot physically as well, like where they spray at. Visually, this is so beautiful. And there's so much, like you could probably watch this like 10 times over and see new stuff. So you have the green smoke and you now have JK and RM in the same room.
This was very cool as well.
Yeah.
Did they do it practically? Was it two sets above each other?
And those two are still innocent. They're still in limbo whether they will or will not join the
Pretty
dark
cool
side.
cut as well. Was this also practical or was that a green screen? I assume that's a green screen and he's just sitting on a balcony in a different shot.
This I find very interesting because it's like
Yeah,
a triple. It's a triple switch. First it goes into this coloring and then it goes
like
even
fades,
more.
yeah.
Well, then it's inversed nearly.
This is that inversed.
Which is an interesting choice.
It's all a bit chaotic. It reflects that chaotic. That's also very cool.
That was also, he did that. He did it at, I'm gonna pause again, on that. Could have given him a slightly more good-looking moment. He also did that, fun fact, practically at an award show where they literally hung him off the ceiling. And he was just chilling there. This is awesome, visually, because he's blindfolded and leashed. And then the hard cut to RM and his speech, which is from a book.
It's almost like you're transitioning from that hell to that heaven where it's just now suddenly quiet and orchestral and very soft. This is also pretty, that like
The organ.
almost chandelier thing.
I think it probably is a chandelier. It's being lifted up. And then all of them being pulled into the light, and Jin staying back. And V, who's
That's a
representative
beautiful
of
shot.
evil in this, clearly. This is also...
Where the statue starts bleeding, that I thought was very cool. Like that practical bit is very cool. Because I mean, this is just a statue and him making up the statue.
Well, hardly making out.
But like this bit,
super creepy smile.
yeah, that looked a bit awkward, but like this just looks like fun. This looks very cool. But I mean, everything that they do is relatively simple. It's just
Executed.
very well, and they play to their advantages. Like all this lighting just makes obviously them stand out so well in all of their shots. Like the lighting is just really on point. There was something about the other one, this one, like Crazy, that still stood out to me more or just jumped at me from other stories. Like, here we might as well. There's one scene here, like this whole music video, we're jumping to like crazy now. This whole scene, this scene specifically, is very Inception. This
Also
whole
very
music video is
also done practically, by the way. I
well,
watched
that's
the,
easy.
I
That's
watched
just
the
you
background.
turn the camera. That's not a problem. It's all very. This whole music video is very Inception. And then
But I mean, also the goop is practical. The mud.
then where's that other scene?
We're now
This
breaking
one.
down like crazy, apparently.
This one is a scene that a lot of people underestimate the difficulty because where does the camera go? So it's either two sets, and I assume it's two sets that are built.
They didn't show that, so I watched this morning.
So I assume it's a wall with a hole, and then there's the set there, and the set mirrored there, and then there's a stunt double from behind, and he's on the other side. And I assume it's a set because it fades, it pulls out like this, and then they pull the sets apart.
Yeah,
So there's a
it
moment
is
here.
I can tell you it is a set because I saw the shot where when it pulls apart that you can see the
it's practical, exactly. So because the other way you can do this is you literally have to go in and cut out the camera in every single frame. Which
this is not what we're talking about. Maybe we'll come back to Like Crazy, apparently. We're not talking about Like Crazy today. This is all about blood, sweat, and tears. But yeah, visually, probably one of the best I've done.
But I mean, you're going very into the story. I'm just going at it from a visual point of view.
But sometimes the visuals and the story they need to be
of course,
in
they have
line,
to.
which is
They
why I
have
was
to,
trying to give
otherwise-
you the story as we go so that you kind of have the background. But I think the visuals in this, the way each shot is like the composition of it and so on, and the lighting is so on point. Exciting stuff. We'll have to do another one. What should we do next? I still think we should do Save Me, but we're waiting for my little sister to be available for that one so she can do it from a dancer point of view.
That is up to you. I'll see you next week, apparently.
What should we make him watch next? Except for Save Me, because that will come. It's really just waiting for availability of Layla. Which one should we watch?
You really enjoyed, by the way, I think.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, I'll link it up there.
She's a dancer,
there.
and I made her react to the Set Me Free
Choreography.
dance practice. So let me know, what should we make him watch next? You tell me, guys.
I really enjoy like very clever cinematic stuff like that mirror shot and those kind of things.
Which is why Save Me offers itself up.
Also,
But
please
there's-
don't be like the one person who literally just listed all their music videos.
We'll work our way through, guys. But like, give us one at a time. And we do. I don't think we're gonna do this chronologically or in any kind of way because I've seen some and not all. So I think just tell us what you want, and then we'll basically react.
What you really, really want.
We'll basically react to what you guys want. We'll make it up to our viewers. Put it in the comments below. Do it.
Also-
Like, comment, subscribe.
Cheers.
Bye.